Hi, Richard. Hi, Cameron. How are y'all today? It's funny. It's so cloudy today. It looks like it's gonna rain, but it would actually freeze, so it would actually snow. Hi, Isaac. I got no sleep last night at all. I don't recommend that. It's like if I stay up past, I want to say 11 or midnight, then that's it. There's no turning back. Arting? I've been doing art too. Last night I wanted to show y'all I crafted. I went to the dollar store and they had a little necklace that you could put like a cork in a glass thing. So what I did was I made a picture of Caitlin Nicole Davis, and I hope it's showing up on here. And then her initials are on it, but there's a little I in there too, like kind, KND. That's not showing up. And some glitter. And why isn't it showing up? Anyway, I have some pictures on my Facebook of it. Video, I mean, if you want to see it. Then I also painted some dogs of somebody else's. Hi, Doug. How are you? I'm so tired. So sleepy. What is what? What I was just showing? This is Caitlin Nicole Davis's face in a bottle, but it's not showing up on here. And I wish it would. You can kind of see KND, and the D has a heart in it. And I like her expression in this picture because when she would smile, there was always kind of a sadness to her smile. And I like that about her. Digging the ear, yeah, and I always just wear my fake pearls, my faux pearls. But I don't like wearing these though because I feel like it's gonna cause like this line or the hole like to get long, and I don't want it to get long. I've been trying the past few hours to get back to sleep, but unfortunately that's not happening. I'm sorry, Isaac. Maybe don't try so hard, because resistance is what causes us to do the things we don't want to do. Wish I could take my own advice. No, I used to do sleeping pills, Cameron, and they work, yeah, they do work well. But the side effects are not worth it. I even did the natural route of melatonin, and that still, because essentially it's a hormone, and so it's just not good to put things in your body that you absolutely do not need, because then your body forgets how to produce it on its own, and it's just a never-ending cycle. From what I've heard, the best way to fall asleep is trying to stay up. Not sure on its validity. That's funny, Doug. What about, I've had CBD oil, and I took it once and I liked it so much that I was afraid I would want to use it every day. So I gave it to my friend Leah. Try breathing in your nose for 4 seconds and exhale for 6 seconds. Over and over until you relax. It's science. It will work. Thank you, Lavender. Let's see. 4 seconds. Oops. See, I can't breathe that slowly. I'm gonna try again. Let's see if it's better without the light. Okay. So breathe in for 4 seconds. Breathe out for how many? 6? But see, that's when I start hyper focusing on my breathing, and then I become really OCD, and then I almost have a panic attack when I fixate on my breathing. There's actually a name for it, but I don't know what it is. So it's better for me not to think of my breathing. It's pricey though. Yeah, it is really. If you want authentic CBD oil, it is very pricey. Do I have anxiety? Yeah, but I feel like most people do. I feel like most adults do. Like I can't think of a single adult. It's just some adults are better at hiding it or dealing with it. But I feel like it's natural too. Unless you're like a sociopath and you're not affected by other people. Out for 6. If you breathe out for longer than you breathe in, your body goes into sleep mode. Yeah, I was actually taught by my therapist to pretend like I'm blowing out a candle and to like hold it out as long as I can. So, but no, I mean, I used to have panic attacks every day. And then I just one time looked at a discharge summary from the ER, like online, like I made my little patient portal, and I saw that it was keeping track of every single time that I've ever had a panic attack. And I just thought, if I don't know, like from an outside perspective, it made it look like someone might think that as a mom, like it's not responsible to be having that much anxiety. So like I now whenever I have a panic attack, I go into the bathroom and I lie down in the bathtub and I imagine that I'm in the setting of an ER room and that there are nurses around, and I just have to keep thinking of it and deal with it. And I tell myself over and over that I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. And I picture myself as a really old lady, like really old. And then that helps. Yeah, I'm a mother. My house would be a lot cleaner. I wouldn't have a doll. That dollhouse is definitely not for me. And yeah. So in one form or another, but anxiety is a normal occurrence. It's when it gets out of the normal behavior, fight or flight. Yeah. I still feel like though everybody's going to experience that sometimes, even the high degree of anxiety. I'm surprised. You look too young for mommy. That's really nice to say. I really just have a good camera presence, is what I think. Thank you. I don't like being this tired. Kind of like makes my whole day a blur. She excellent with her makeup. Hi, Skeleton Goth. How are you? I always do the same thing. So I start off with, I like getting a peach color, and I put the peach shadow, as you see on my lids, just like no technique, just take a brush, and then I take, as you see, my mascara, and I brush it over my lashes, and I brush it over these, and then I take that same peach color, and I start like right there, and I underneath. I don't know why I'm doing sound effects, because I don't do that when I apply my makeup. And then I take my lip liner, and my favorite one is by Rimmel, and it's an East End Snob, and I just all the way around and all the way on top, and I fill it in with the lip liner. And then it's not really showing up on camera, but I take glitter stuff. Hi, Skeleton Goth, you're confused. And I'm glad you're confused, because I'm not, this is just fluff that I'm talking about. But you take like the shimmer stuff. I only do shimmer if I know I'm gonna live stream. I don't do it in everyday life. And I put it there, and then I put it there on my cheekbones, and that's how I do my makeup. And my eyebrows are already extremely defined, so what I do is I just take clear gel stuff, and I just brush them up, and brush them up. And there you go. Thanks, Doug, for the 10 thumbs up likes. The pile of books behind me, um, my kids have to read every day for 30 minutes. And so, like, lately they've been, this is a free one that they got in a grab bag. But we actually live near, Little House on the Prairie. And so, well, relatively speaking, we live closer to it now than we did. Your highlight is poppin'. It's poppin'. Your highlight is poppin'. Thank you for loving my dress. I never wear this unless I live stream. Well, I've actually never worn it. It was donated to me in the shelter, and it just stayed in a box. But yeah, it's really cute. I'll show y'all like outfit of the day type thing. You're not supposed to wear boot. Well, I guess you can wear whatever kind of shoes you want, but I wear like boots with it. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. Like, I show too much of my body. It's like doesn't feel. It just feels odd. I experienced a lucid dream. It's a dream where you know you're dreaming. Yep, that's what a lucid dream is. What was the dream about, if you don't mind me asking? I'm glad you like the dress. But this choker, I don't really like the choker with the earrings. I think that's too much. Like, it makes me feel like Esmeralda. Like I just need a black wig. I actually have a black wig. She showed leg, heathen. Yes. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Nope, I like 90s stuff too. I think in my lifetime that's been my favorite style. 80s is, I mean, I wish the 80s hair would come back because I love the poof. I just love poof. But not the clothes. Oof, no, it's like super tacky, in my opinion. 70s is more my style though. Bell-bottom jeans, feathers, things like that. But oh god, I say that, but then like the Titanic era, Renaissance era, the 30s era, I mean, I like all those fashion, hair, and makeup. Even back to the ancient Egypt days when the women would take black on their eyes and draw it out, and everything was about shimmering gold accents on the hair. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I would have loved that. I would do it now. Don't make fun of the 80s. Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Well, I always think because my older sister's like in her 40s. She's pretty old, like a lot older than me, and she was an 80s person, and so like the pictures I've seen of her when she was younger, she always had like super big scrunchies and her hair was always poofed. Actually, I've noticed today girls are wearing yoga pants when that was a style from the 80s. Really? It was an 80s style? I did not know that. I think a lot of 80s stuff has come back though. I mean, the fashion cycles, kind of like the seasons, I've noticed they all come back with a slight difference. It seems like that slight difference is more risque year after year. Oh my gosh, back when everyone wore hats and stuff, I wish hats were a thing again. I do too. Oh, I still wear hats, Lavender. Gosh, I wish I was live streaming on my phone because I would show y'all. I have like fur hats. I have bonnets. I have, what are the ones called, like the really big ones? I don't know. I think that they tried to come back, but it just didn't stick. But I still wear them. My dad still loves the 60s. Let's just hope 80s heavy metal hair bands don't come back. Well, I mean, they can come back for my amusement. That would be really funny. And I would rather that than all this modern rap. I'm sorry. And a little bit of the 50s, especially the classic music. Yes, I love me some classic. I'm really, really disappointed in my radio station on my vehicle because it doesn't have a CD player and it doesn't pick up well, so I can't get NPR classical like I used to listen to every day. This was like 99 cents, and you can tell because it's got a bend in it. Like it's got a crinkle right there, and it's getting on my nerves, so I'm actually going to take it off. I'm just going to put my black wig on today. Why not? Ugh, rap. My 13-year-old is start. Oh, Doug, are you serious? He does. Wow, I'm really surprised, actually. Really surprised. I mean, it's not all rap. It's just that like the top hit rap songs, all of them, like in the last 5 years, have been nothing about violent. They've just been about violence, sex, and violent sex, not romantic sex. And um, well, yeah, I can't think of anything. And drugs. And I understand that all music genres have a bit of that in them, but when all of the top hit songs are about that, no. Exactly, Lavender. They're vulgar. Then he makes fun of my blues. Ah, well, does he know that blues actually, a lot of the rappers, a lot of their influences when they sung and didn't steer into rapping for money, uh, they grew up singing blues. They grew up liking blues because of their parents. And I know this because I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, so I can't get this undone. Where's the little hook? There it is. It's been going on since the 80s, 90s. What has? Favorite classic band between 50s and 70s? Mine was the Beatles. Oh gosh, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. Most of them are from Europe. So the Beatles is one from Europe. Pink Floyd. Um, I like Simon and Garfunkel. This is driving me bonkers. Um, I like the Mamas and the Papas. The 50s though, I mean, I like Frank Sinatra, but he's not really considered a band. So what does your husband do? You're a stay-at-home mom, right? I babysit too. I just only babysit at nighttime, so, and it's not every single day, but I make really good money doing that. And I did used to work at my kids' school the beginning of this year, but then I stopped when I moved back in with my husband. He's an electrician, and I was in school for a little bit to be a paralegal. Uh, this is like becoming very problematic. But I had to stop because, well, I don't want to say why. Well, I don't care, whatever. They asked for transcripts and I didn't have them because I had a fake, there we go, a fake high school diploma. I printed it off the internet and I passed the compass test at the college campus. So they let me on, and I had a FAFSA and all that. I got a grant, so I didn't have to pay for it, but I wasn't very honest with them because I really wanted to go and I didn't want to have to take the time to get my GED, so that's what I did. Also AC/DC. That's how I started being a stay-at-home mom. I did childcare in my home. I loved it. Yeah, it's great. It's rewarding. Only downside is it's an extreme liability because my fear, I actually made it to where I won't watch children who are under 2 years old because if the parent is not in their own home uh, teaching the child, you know, to avoid hazards and things like that. I've noticed a lot of the kids, either there's the risk of SIDS where the baby just suddenly dies, which, you know, obviously that's bad enough as it is. I wouldn't want that to happen in my care, especially if I had nothing to do with it. And then, like I said, just under 2 is just, it's so. Richard said, your category is Celeste Who Knows. You'd get more exposure in the girls category unless you prefer keeping it down to people who already know you. Yeah, I just don't really, I've noticed on this website and pretty much all live streaming sites, a lot of hormonal males, they floss their way through different rooms. And if there's a woman, or sadly, a young girl, whom they deem attractive, they will take over the chat with flirting. And sometimes it's innocent flirting that's just flattering and it's like, oh, thanks. But Otherwise, it's usually just, I consider it harassment. Well, not harassment, because I mean, I'm putting myself out there. I consider it, it's just annoying. And if I want to have if I want to have genuine conversation with people I feel like I can connect with, then, you can only connect so far with somebody who's just thinking of their wiener. Yes, newborn scared me. Yeah, I'm just like you, Lavender. I've seen that happen. Yeah. It's attempted to happen in my room, but they always say the same thing. It'll usually be someone who seems foreign, based on their language barrier, and they will start complimenting me, and I'll just be like, "Oh, thanks." And then I'll keep on talking about whatever else I'm talking about, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you're serious. You serious woman. Okay." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they kind of get a clue and they leave. Hi, Amanda. Welcome to YouNow. It says that it's your first time. Just dudes being asses, lol. It is harassment. People don't respect boundaries. Yeah, I agree. I guess I just don't like to use the word harassment loosely, because then people don't take it as seriously when the harassment is affecting you on an emotional level. And so I just don't like to use the word harassment unless it's actually affecting me emotionally. Especially with the media talking about sexual harassment in the celebrity category. Yeah, that's actually what came to mind, Skeleton Goth. While I was talking about that, that's what I was thinking. With that accent. Well, yeah, that's usually how I assume that they would speak, based on their, I feel like writing styles kind of have an accent in your head when you're reading them. Like a lot of my friends from the UK, when they type, I've noticed they do a lot more dots after their words, and they ask, like, they'll always finish their sentence with a question, like, wouldn't you think so? Or, you know what I mean? Well, no, not like that. I'd have to read it, but it's just a slightly different style that I can kind of pick up and hear in my head. Thanks. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Amanda. I really like your picture. I can't tell what it is exactly, but I like the colors of platforms. Anyone ever watch Brad Shore here on YouNow? He is a doctor that gives advice. I wish more people with substance would choose to take advantage of these kind of platforms. I have never heard of Brad Shore. Lately, I've been into Teal Swan. If you've ever heard of her, she's on YouTube, and oh my goodness, this girl. She is one of the most beautiful people I have ever seen, and that radiates also from the inside, as cheesy as that sounds. She is so smart, and I like waking up to that girl and going to bed to that girl. She is amazing. Hi, Deborah. Looks like a nebula. It does. Her picture does. Yes, Teal is pretty awesome. You know who that is? Yeah, I like how she's just very matter of fact. Like, I've noticed that when I get into topics that I really am passionate about, my voice goes up and I'm like, oh, da, 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 and then like I don't even want to hear the video because I just like am annoying myself. But she's always like, her posture's always back, and she's always like just very keeps the eye contact, and if she's talking about something, you don't get lost in all the dramatics. She's just like talking about the subject, and so your mind is able to focus on the subject because even her inflections are slightly more robotic, so you are not drifting. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's just something I like about her. So I actually want to change out of this dress because I don't know, it's just not me. Like I said, it was donated to me, so like it's just not my style though. And it's super soft. I love wearing soft things. Like, you can't probably tell the texture on here, but it is super soft. Thanks. Yes, it's a nebula love space. Ooh, that is wonderful. Right, she's no fluff and very easy to understand and relate to. I think a lot of people have problems understanding her though, and I'm not saying that it takes like a brainiac to understand her. It's just that a lot of her references to energies and frequencies and things like that, you'd really have to know the basics of a lot of what she's referring to even grasp at all what she's saying, because you know what I mean. Like, I have some friends, I think if I were to play a video for her, they would be like, what is she talking about? Make sure you turn the camera off before you do. Well, I'm not going to change in the kitchen. Like, come on. My stairs are right there, and I was going to go upstairs and change up there. Duh, Doug. So, they call me Cuban Pete, and I dance to the Cuban beat. And it goes a chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. That is still in my head from watching it a week ago. Cuban Pete is still in my head from watching The Mask a week ago. Right, she does rub a lot of people the wrong way for some reason. I think they are just jealous or something. You know, though, I've noticed a pattern. I think I've said this like every time I come on, but it's so true. That's why I say it so often. Every time someone gets a big fan base without necessarily trying. I mean, let's face it, half the time when someone's called an attention whore, they're not putting out anything different than most people. It's just that there's something about them that grabs more people. And it's not that person's fault. You know, you can't blame that person for the attention they're getting unless that person's putting a gun to people's head to watch them. You know, I've seen this go on with so many YouTubers and, well, mostly with YouTubers. Because I think people recognize on TV that they went to college and that they, you know, they got a career in that area on TV, whatever it is. Unless it's like a reality thing like the Kardashians. But the Kardashians, they get a lot of hate too. Basically, if it is not a profession or a career, you are looked at like an attention whore if you regularly put yourself out there on video. There's a girl, Katie Morton. I think she's a psychiatrist and or a psychologist, one of those, or a therapist. And she has a YouTube channel. But because her actual real life title is a therapist or a psychiatrist or one of those, people don't care that she uploads all the time because it's like, oh, well, that's her profession. But if it's not your actual title, then does that make sense? Like people want to, it's just silly. And I've learned to just ignore it because it's really just projection. So yeah, me too. Never heard of her. Look her up on YouTube. You'll be, yeah. So actually I found her. I didn't find her, but I was introduced to Teal Swan about a week ago from my friend Emily because I posted a status on my Facebook that said something along the lines of why I was just feeling kind of depressed, and I was like, why? How do people commit to life when life doesn't even commit to us? You know, like we die, all of us, alone, and why, you know, like it's hard for me to just study for something long term or anything like that takes that kind of commitment when that time could be wasted because a sinkhole could swallow us. And I know that that line of thinking is absolutely, it's kind of selfish, and it's I don't know, but it's not a healthy way to think. And so my friend Emily was like, here, watch this girl Teal Swan, you'll thank me. And I did. And now ever since I've watched her, I want to wake up watching her because I noticed that she kind of brings me back to reasonable thinking. Like, so if I'm feeling hormonal or tired, I imagine kind of how would Teal Swan react to these feelings, as like worshiping as that may sound of me to say about her, but it's not healthy. But yeah, we all go into those moods. We do. And that it helps knowing that too. So it looks so dreary outside today, but I actually kind of like how it looks. I just don't like knowing that it's going to look like this from morning to night all the way until May. Because Minnesota. So I'm going to see who's all in my audience because I like doing that. Let's see. Angela Brandenburg, Isaac Watts. Guitar is Idor, Lavender, Amanda, and Deborah Johnson. And Doug. That's cool. I have my timer set because let's see how many minutes. I have 24 minutes because then I have someone coming over. Not a friend. Well, I could consider her a friend, but she deals with my son's life skills team. So I think I am gonna change for real. I don't want to wear this when she comes over anyway. It's like, no. So either I can stop the broadcast and start it over. I think I'm just going to keep it on. Hi, Mike G. It says that it's your first time on YouNow, so welcome. It's pretty low key this morning. And that's not a bad thing. I'm super cold. I don't know if you can tell that I have like major goosebumps going on. So I, for real, I'm going to go change now. If I don't, then I'm just going to keep saying that I am. Hi, Mike. Do I know you? Hi, Cammy. Hi, Cammy. Oh my gosh. It has been forever. I honestly thought you deleted me. And I didn't want to check and see if you did because I knew that it would just make me a little unhappy. So I didn't check. You're still my friend. That is really cool. You became a fan. Well, you don't even know me, Mike. I don't think so, anyway. No, I never ever would. Oh, that's so nice of you. I don't know how to act to kindness sometimes. Sessions is testifying in New York. Oh, really? Let's see. Sessions considering second special counsel to investigate Republican concerns. Digital pill. Involvement in Trump campaign, Russia investigation, a timeline. Attorney General Jeff Sessions is testifying at a House Judiciary Committee hearing. Watch now on CNN. Well, I thought Twitter would update, like, in terms of specifics, but I'm not seeing that. Thank you, Cammie. So are you. Seriously, I just wish all the women in this chat, and men too, that I could do y'all's makeup and hair, because, or maybe I'm just gonna do a get ready with me one morning so that y'all see, maybe it's Maybelline. But that's really nice to say, though. I feel like the world needs to lift each other up more. Let's see how many minutes I have on my timer. 20 minutes and 58 seconds. Told you I'd make it. You did, Doug. You'd make an ugly woman. I'm horrible at doing makeup. You think? Everybody I've ever met who says that they are horrible at something, I mean, sometimes it really just takes repetition. Like, that's it. Hey, Celeste, I'll add you into my featured BOC box on my channel. Oh, okay. I think I remember us discussing that in the past. That's cool. I want you to do my makeup and hair. I would love to, Deborah. Do you live near Minnesota? Maybe you can do mine again, too, Cuban Tim. Yeah, I did his, and I wouldn't say that he looked Cuban. I would say that he looked, I don't know, like a Swedish woman, like a Swedish woman with blue hair, because I put a blue wig on him. Oh, you don't, Deborah. You said you would show us a hair tutorial when you do your roots. Did I miss it? Oh, girl, does this look like I've done my roots? No, ma'am. I have not done my roots yet, but I will definitely clue y'all in when I do, because this is just a big no-no. No, I don't like my roots right now. Debbie Harry, David Bowie. Yeah, I don't know who Debbie Harry is though. So Dang, you joined YouTube 10 months before me. I joined, oh, really? I joined when my son was born because I wanted to have a place to upload videos, and at the time, YouTube was really the only place I knew to do that. So now I've got my 80s hair that I was saying I like. Okay, I need to stop. This is like, I feel like y'all are my mirror. Remember Knots? No, I don't. Debbie Harry is Blondie. Oh, it's a girl? Okay. That's exactly what I do with my channel. Oh. Thanks, by the way. Cuban Pete is stuck in my head. She's a singer. Call Me, Heart of Glass, Rapture. The only song I know called Rapture is by a band called Deftones, and the lead singer died. And this is what the Rapture song that I'm talking about sounds like, and I don't typically listen to it, but sometimes if I'm in that mood, I will. You might want to cover your ears if you like your eardrum.
Max?
Lacey?
Yeah, hi.
Hey! Do not go on blind dates very much.
Okay. Hi, I'm Wanda. Can I get you
Commercials
some
get on my
Do
nerves.
you have any suggestions? Actually, yes. He spent your 5 nights this week with a different woman each time. So my suggestion would be try to find someone who's more emotionally available. Oh, thank you.
Okay, I couldn't skip this ad.
Oh.
It pays to share your opinion. Download Google Opinion Rewards and get paid to share yours.
At least Google Opinion Rewards is pretty cool. Can you hear it? Yeah, so it's not exactly happy music. Alright, that's enough. Music affects my mood too much. I don't want to be in that kind of mood right now. Although I say that, but this is kind of the mood I feel like I'm in right now. Again, cover your eardrums if you like your eardrums. If you don't like your eardrums, then...
It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is wrong, everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to jump the fire. Ripping someone's head off, no human contact. And if you interact, your life is on contract.
Your best bet. Oh, no. Sorry. I forgot he curses. Oh, sorry. He said your best bet is to stay away. I don't know, but it wasn't a curse word, okay? So, it's about a Martian who eats the world. I'll play that, but I don't know what it is.
In a world where SUV's sole focus is safety, comes one SUV where safety and tech coexist in perfect harmony. With an optional 360-degree
I like the neighborhood song.
multi-view camera.
Oh, good.
And blind spot.
I can skip that ad. Whoa, this guy's getting down on the sidewalk. I like his outfit. I like when men dress like that. in like suits that are not popular suits. They're like unique suits. It's like Willy Wonka's suit but white. I wish y'all could see it right now. She looks mad. Warning, she raps, but in a good way. Oh, okay. Let's see. She raps. That's unexpected. Let's see. Got me dancing in my seat. That's a good way to start your morning. She's really pretty. Sounds like something from Wedding Singer. She's tiny. Her leg is the size of my arm. I like that. I didn't pay attention to what she was saying. Somebody mentioned this song, so I'm just going to play it. And I'm probably the only person on YouNow right now on the entire globe who's playing this song. She was a model. I can tell. She has like the model features. She's tiny and tall. It makes me think of snow whenever I hear jazz, I guess because of Charlie Brown.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Not really.
Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
I would be his neighbor.
It's a neighborly day in this beautiful wood. A neighborly day for a
He was a pastor. He seems like a pastor to me. I don't know why.
Would you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together,
He's so cute.
I'll say, would you be mine? Would you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Those shoes he wears actually are in style.
Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
No, now leave me alone. I'm just kidding. Your show as a kid? You know what my show was as a kid? I'll give you a clue.
Y'all are just stupid babies. Uncle Stu! Why do you always have to be so mean, Angelica? Yeah. Philip, just ignore her. Why, Lillian?
Yeah! Rugrats, good job. Wow, y'all all knew that one. I play it for my kids and they love it. So, I'm glad. The ones that they didn't get into though, it was like Doug Funny, like your name Doug. They didn't care for that one. Davy. I'm shaking. You can't see, but I'm actually shaking right now. I don't know why I'm shaking. Yeah? Deborah, you say my name? You need me? You need me. David and Goliath, LOL. We had this talk. Oh yeah, that my name makes you think of that. Why? Why am I shaking? Quit shaking! I wrote on your wall. Oh, on the wall on YouNow? I actually have never looked at my wall on YouNow. Now I'm kind of scared. Feel like I'm about to enter a cave that's gonna have graffiti written all over the walls. Okay. YouNow.com. Now I'm gonna click on my head. Continue your broadcast on this. Oh my lord. I was not expecting that. Well, I'll have to check out. Well, I can check on my telecommunication device. Let's see. YouNow. Profile. Wall. Okay, there's wall. Hi, Celeste. You're a very beautiful lady. I got into watching Caitlin's videos after I heard of her death. I feel very sad for her, and I think, oh, Deborah, thank you. That was super nice. And are you a part of any of the Caitlin groups on Facebook? Because I really think they give way more insight. They have a lot of the moderators of those groups have more time, more resources, and I know when I say more time, it looks kind of like contradictory because of what I'm doing right now, but typically they do have more time, and they have more contact with certain people in Caitlin's family than I do, so I really recommend those groups if you want to. You're in some, but thank you so much for that comment. That was really nice. And I think I'm shaking because it's cold. That's what I'm thinking. Because it is like for real cold right now. What did I miss? Bonnie, Ahu. But you're some. Thank you. Not the day before I have my monthly. I'm not so nice. I'm usually pretty depressed. And you drive all night, and then you see a light, and it comes right down and lands on the ground, and out comes a man from Mars, and you try to run, but is that the part, is that where she's rapping? And you drive all night, and then you see a light, and it comes right down, and it lands on the ground, and out comes a man from Mars, and you try to run, but I lost the rhyme somewhere. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to figure out what song would be each of yours. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to type in songs playlist. And it says most popular pop songs of all time. So first I'm going to, let's see. And he shoots you dead, and he eats your head, and then you're in the man from Mars. You go out at night eating cars. You eat Cadillacs, Lincolns too. I think many men, if they could eat Cadillacs, they would. Alright, so this is, or no, it's not fair to do it this way because it's not like a shovel, so actually never mind. It's not a shovel. I have this like thing that I intend to take it to a girlfriend's house, but it is yet to happen, and it is like conversation starter thing. It's these cards that have question marks, and like you pick one up. For instance, and it's for women specifically, and like this one says, how has your life turned out differently than you thought it would? Questions like that. Ooh, that lighting like shows how shiny I am. No, I don't like that. Which of your children would you want to take care of you in your old age? Right now? God, it's hard to say because they both have their, like, they're both really caring in certain areas. So I don't eat a lot of Cadillacs. Those are some tough questions. You think? Do you remember your first kiss? I do, but I don't. Yeah, I do. It's usually not a good memory. Yeah, the thing is, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's like, I don't know. I was Caitlin's age. I was 12. And I don't know. I think that's why I don't like to share it. I remember mine. It was in jail. You're kidding, Doug. I don't believe that. You've never even been to jail. Deborah, I saw fireworks in my head. First kiss, really? That's actually really sweet. I think I did too. I think I saw fireworks in my head. But it was more of like, I just remember, let's see. So it was also the first time that I tried dancing. I was 12. It was at like one of those private school dances that I went to, even though I didn't go to the private school. Yeah, his name was Mickey Barney. That was his name. And I just really liked his face. I didn't even know him. Oh my God. See, that's why I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't even know him. So that's really bad. That's really bad. But I also kissed a boy at nap time in kindergarten named JJ Sazelski while all the kids were asleep, because I never could sleep during that time, and I never understood how the kids could sleep during nap time when there was so much stimuli around us, like to look at other people. And so I crawled onto his mat and kissed him, and then crawled back onto mine really fast. Hi, Kevin. I don't know who you are, but hi, your picture looks like an expecting person. Someone who's expecting. Cameron, first kisses at the age of 8. Hee hee. 8? You mean like puppy kisses or something? When was it? Actually, my first kiss was with my parents' friend's daughter. I was about 8. They took a picture, a peck. No. I'm not talking about a peck on the lips. I was talking like first kiss, like make out kiss, like not necessarily like that, but like, you know, yeah, like smooching. Every time I hear the word smooch, I think of Home Alone, where he's like, I saw you getting off the elevator. You were smooching with my brother. Yes, I meant make out as well. Okay, yeah. I was 14 when I had my first kiss. Well, that's better than 12, I would say. Hi, Mr. HFY. I was 13. That's better too. You became a fan, but you know nothing about me. I could be a killer for all you know. I was 16, says Deborah. That's much better. My son is 13, and I'm always asking. Really, Doug? You're always asking? My first peck kiss was in the pool by accident when I tickled a girl while swimming. Well, okay, so you put tuckled. Did you mean to put tackled or tickled? Because those are huge differences. Did you tackle the girl while swimming or tickle her? And how can you accidentally kiss somebody? I mean, what is it? Like, her face fell on yours, and then instead of just, like, moving your lips, you were like, Like, how does that even work? If he kissed anyone. Oh, yeah. Tuckled? What is tuckling? I hit her in the face with mine in the pool. Should I know what the word tuckle means? Like, I feel dumb now. I'm going to Google that. Tuckle. The definition of tuckle. Okay. I've got to get going. Tuckle. Oh, it is a real word. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. To tuck or secure bed sheets while someone's in bed? But how could you do that in a swimming pool? That makes no sense. Tuckle happens? Tuckle. Wow. I learn new things every day. Every time I come into one of these chats, y'all really teach me things. I tuckled my wife the other night. Wouldn't it just be tucked her in? Wait, I got the word wrong. So you did mean to say, what did you mean to say? I'm so royally confused. Had no idea that was a word. Good. Lavender, I'm glad I'm not the only one. See, that's what a tackle? That's what you meant to say? You sacked her. Give me one moment. Oh, okay. Sacked her, Doug? What does that mean? Like, you teabagged her or whatever? I don't know. I'm lost. But my alarm went off, and I need to clean up the area a little bit. Well, I don't have to, but I just like to sweep before people come into the den. Like a quarterback sack. LOL, you dirty-minded woman. Excuse me, but I don't know football lingo. LOL, LOLing for teabag. Oh. Well, sacked? When I worked at my kid's school, the 5th grade boys laughed at me so hard because I used to always play soccer with them. And I loved playing soccer with them because they never kicked it too hard like playing with adults. And, well, there was one little boy who would, but I would always have to take the bag of balls and throw it on top of the locker thing when we were done. And some of the boys wouldn't do as they were told, like they wouldn't put the balls up. And so I was like, y'all need to take the sack and put the balls in it. And they were like, and then what do you want us to do with it, Rachel? And I was like, then you need to take the ball sack onto the lockers. Okay, thank you. And they all started laughing, and I thought, so I checked my nose to see if I had like a booger showing or something. I didn't know why they were laughing. And then I thought about it. So, Roman helmet, more like it. Don't Google it. Well, of course, now I'm going to have to Google that. Well, Roman, what makes it a Roman helmet? A Galea was a Roman soldier's helmet. I don't see. Oh, Urban Dictionary. That chick was passed out last night, and I gave her the old Roman was helmet. I'm confused. When the male places his balls on the female's forehead. I'm not reading the rest of that. That is atrocious. Rachel, that's my daughter's name. Oh, nice. It's Hebrew for lamb, as I'm sure you already knew. So on the Farizzle, I really gotta go izzle and sweep the floor. Warned you not to. Yeah, but I have to know things. Even things that don't need knowing. I have a free spin. Should I give it before you go? I don't even know what that entails. I just do these to connect with people. I don't come on here for that kind of stuff, so I would save it for somebody who's like, that's why they're on. But the thought is very sweet. So, all right. Amanda Mauve is now the #1 fan. 2,000 likes. Thank you. Again, I don't know what that does, but the thought is super nice. And thank you, Bonnie. Ahoo! I can't say her name without making it sound like Mario jumping. So thank you, Bonnie. Ahoo! I really appreciate that. And the applause. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to serenade y'all or like entertain y'all some way right now. Like I need to dance or something. Like I need to do something. I haven't done anything to earn that. So I really do have to get ready though, because or else my doorbell's gonna start ding-a-linging, and like y'all actually made me nervous with all the niceness. So and thanks for the comment again, Deborah. That was so sweet. Like things like that stick in my head when I'm feeling depressed. And they say that the root of all depression and like suicidal feelings and things like that, not saying I'm going to kill myself, but is isolation, like feeling very lonely, like nobody cares about you. So little things like that, when I'm like having this like reel of just this like movie reel go through my head of people, things like mean things people have said to me, when I remember those, even from strangers, like nice things, you'd be surprised at how much that helps. So thank you. And Caitlin needed that, but unfortunately the men on Live Me were not interested in her mental well-being. In fact, probably the opposite. PM later if you want. Okay, Doug. Just being you is all we care about. Have no. Thank you, Amanda. It's a really, like, just being me. I don't know. My handwriting even changes every second, so I don't even know who I am. But yeah. I am gonna go now. But thank you so much. And oh my gosh, yes, I gotta go. Thank you all for like lifting me up. That is awesome. And have a great day.